Hey guys, it's Tuesday, January 3rd, and this is Newswave. So the first thing we're talking about today is voice chat for the Switch. Obi-Wan came out yesterday, talked about his newest rumor that he was dropping, and it was the fact that you could do voice chat on the Switch. Now this, of course, actually makes a lot of sense because, I mean, let's face it, it's 2017 now, and voice chat should pretty much be across the board for every system. It has been, obviously, since the original Xbox, and then, of course, the PS3 really introduced it really well. The PS2 did have voice chat, but it was kind of scattered, and now, of course, both systems, you can talk back and forth no problem. It should honestly be like a no-brainer now. Voice chat needs to be pretty much in every game you play, and it looks like the Switch is going to do that, and they're going to also let you do things like sync up Bluetooth headsets and use basically actual earbuds that you plug in with a microphone when you're on the go with the tablet. And this kind of gives a lot of hope because now we can kind of look at it and say, okay, maybe they're looking at their online service differently and realize they kind of need to get current, you know, with their entire online service, get rid of friends codes, obviously, just give you a friends list, make it more integrated so you can jump between games either by changing it out or loading that up on the fly. If you want to play Mario Kart, you're playing a different game, you can jump over to that pretty easily, and voice chat can kind of go to any game rather than just be singled out for certain games. You can just pretty much go across. You could talk to people maybe while you're playing your game and they're playing their game. You could still chat. There's a lot of things we need to see about voice chat. I mean, it's great that it's there. It should have been anyway. There's just more components to this that we need to know about before we can say, yes, Nintendo is all in with their online service. They're going to make it current. I assume we'll find out more at the presser. If not, that may be something we find out closer to release. And if you missed the video I posted yesterday, Laura Kate Dale, Emily Rogers, they've all been talking about, well, Emily Rogers has been talking about Mother 3 for a while. Laura Kate Dale came out yesterday and said, yes, Mother 3 is showing up on the Switch. It's going to be at the presser, and we're looking at Q2 for 2017, which will put it sometime probably in the summer, is my guess. Again, we'll know more when Nintendo actually tells us, but it's very cool that that is at least on the radar, since fans have been clamoring for Mother 3 forever. Since the Wii U was rumored localization was coming to the United States, it's great to see that this could be happening. I'm very happy. I hope we see it January 12th. I'm glad they're going to show it there if they do, based on what Laura Kate Dale and Emily Rogers are saying, because honestly, it's just another game to put out on the Virtual Console that would actually make it really cool. And I've said before, I'll say it again, CES 2017 is coming. I think that we're going to see some really cool stuff there. And now we've gotten word that Radeon ATI is going to be showing their new VEGA card in action on Thursday, which is big if you're a fan of for example, the Xbox, because Scorpio is rumored heavily to be using a VEGA GPU, and then, of course, the Ryzen CPU to help it achieve the 6 teraflops that they're going for 4K. And there have even been some, like, leaked spec sheets and stuff coming out showing that their new GPU, could be upwards of 12.5 teraflops, which is a massive card. And they've even put things out that say, like, passively cooled, which is crazy to think about. I can't imagine that's a thing. Who knows? Like I said, we'll find out, but a 12 teraflop card is massive. Even their smaller card appeared to have about 8.5 teraflops, which makes Xbox's Scorpio completely doable at 6 teraflops, which could get it to 4K at an even 30 frames. So keep an eye on CES, guys. 2017, ATI and AMD are showing up there, NVIDIA is showing up there, and it's going to be pretty much a war between them of technology. It's going to be a lot of fun. It starts Thursday. It's going to go all the way through to Sunday. You'll see all kinds of cool stuff there. You'll see cameras, you'll see TVs, you'll see everything. Probably something about Blu-ray discs, maybe their next generation of that, if they choose to do that. You'll see computer parts. CES is awesome. There's so much stuff there. It makes your head spin. But keep an eye out for at least the two big guys, AMD, ATI, and NVIDIA. And we got word that Sony is showing the new Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite at E3 that's coming up. Seems a long way off to tell us that. I assume they just wanted to get that out of the way and say, hey, don't expect anything really about this game from us until E3, but when E3 comes around, you will get release date, obviously, characters, all kinds of stuff. They'll show off gameplay, so it's going to be a little bit of a wait. We have to wait till June. If you're a big Marvel vs. Capcom fan, it's kind of a shame because you have to wait about 6 months. And keep in mind, they're also going to tell us a release date then, which means it's definitely not going to be coming out before then. So you will probably be waiting until like probably the fall. You'll probably be seeing this game in, I would say, like October-ish, maybe November, that kind of release window. But at least they're acknowledging it, telling us when it's coming, and all we have to do is wait now. And maybe after hearing all of the complaints about the new Call of Duty, Sledgehammer Games looks like they're maybe jumping in and trying to build some hype for the next Call of Duty. What they've done is they've actually put an image out that shows, basically, I would say, alluding to what the new Call of Duty could be era-wise, like when it'll take place. And what you see is an M1911 pistol, which was made, you guessed it, in 1911. Then following that up, they tweeted out a video showing an old engine counting up to 2017, obviously to mark when their game is coming out is obviously in 2017, so they use that opportunity of it going from 2016, obviously 2017 for New Year's, to kind of show off another bit of them alluding to when their era is going to be for Call of Duty. So after all of the complaints, now they've been planning this Call of Duty, I'm sure, for a while now, obviously, because each company gets a 3-year cycle. I have a feeling that after Advanced Warfare, maybe they saw where this was going with sales, because I don't think Advanced Warfare probably sold as well as they wanted to either. Maybe they wanted to get more of an old-style Call of Duty. Again, we don't know. This is just them alluding to it. Although, keep in mind, Infinity Ward did post an astronaut early in 2016, which falls in line with their futuristic Infinite Warfare, obviously. So, there's a good chance that they're showing us the era for Call of Duty, and it could be, like very old, like a long time ago. If they're showing us an M1911, this could be like 1920s maybe. So I mean, keep in mind, I think everybody who was posting on the video that got a lot of dislikes for Infinite Warfare was all saying, hey, we want an older Call of Duty, not a new Call of Duty, we're going to space. So I don't think that changed their mind. I just think that they've been planning an older Call of Duty possibly to try to get back to their roots with, you know, what everyone says, the boots to ground. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll let you guys know if anything changes. But for right now, let's keep an eye on Sledgehammer Games because they're up next. So we'll see what they have for Call of Duty. If you guys want to hear something like crazy, a bunch of basically Russian hackers are going to be adding in the entirety of Liberty City from GTA 4 into Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's honestly, it's one of the craziest things to think about because Liberty City from GTA 4 is one of the largest maps and one of the most densely packed maps. So this thing is going to take, I assume, a while to basically incorporate this into GTA 5. And what they've said is it's not going to be like a separate menu you have to go to pick, and then, you know, then all of a sudden you teleport there. It's actually, you're going to see it in the horizon, and you basically go across the water to get there. So you're going to start in GTA 5, obviously, Los Santos, and you'll be able to take a plane or a boat and actually get to this new area in GTA 5, which is Liberty City. Now, there's currently no screenshots available for this mod at all, and there's definitely no time set, what they said. Basically, they're just going to work on it, and it'll just be a single-player DLC pack, which will install itself in GTA 5 that you'll get when it comes out. Like I said, who knows when it'll come out. It looks like a monstrous project, but I'll keep you guys in the loop for this just in case I see anything else pop up. And like clockwork yesterday, after posting Newswave and talking about Breath of the Wild the day before, Laura Kate Dale, Emily Rogers have come out and said, yes, it looks like Breath of the Wild is making that Switch release date. It is coming out alongside the Switch, and you'll be able to buy it along with your console on release day, which is what probably everyone's going to do. That's going to be the #1 selling game at the time. Everybody who has a Switch is going to have Breath of the Wild more than likely. That's the game we've all been waiting for, and it's great to know that in 2.5 months' time, 3.5 months' time, we will have this system in our hands playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, and that's awesome. It's interesting to note they are talking about the US release. Still no word on the European release, Japanese release, any other really part of the world. They are thinking that maybe the sources they heard for the supposed delay may have been because the European version will be delayed or the Japanese version could be delayed. We don't know. I do know that staggered releases in different parts of the world is common, so don't be surprised if the US gets it this date and then Europe gets it 3 weeks later or something like that. We just don't know. Again, we'll wait for the presser. It's just something that's commonplace for these things to be staggered. And guys, that's going to do it for Newswave today. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff for more Newswave. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button so you'll be notified as soon as a Newswave goes up, although it does go up every day at 10 a.m. on weekdays, so check them out. Weekend, we usually just do other fun stuff. But again, hit the notification button. You should be notified for that. And guys, I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Newswave.